Yo, what is going on, everybody? Executus here, coming at you with 10 more vanilla WoW quirks. Now, number 10, we're going to start off with Engineering Reflectors. There's some cool things you can do with Engineering Reflectors, and I'm going to show a double reflector here with a death coil. So you can see reflect and then deflect. I thought that was pretty cool. 2 shadow reflectors. Now, reflectors in general are also kind of weird. They don't work on AoE spells, at least not on Elysium. For instance, there's a Howl of Terror. I had my shadow reflector up. It is a magic effect, but it doesn't reflect. Now, shadow reflectors can also reflect procs. So, for instance, a frostbite on a mage, if you reflect the frost bolt, it could proc frostbite on that person. Now, it doesn't reflect frost nova or cone of cold damage, which is kind of cool. Coming in at number 9, we got sitting down for procs. Now, if you didn't know, if you sit down in vanilla WoW, or I'm pretty sure any version of WoW, you will get crit. So you could purposefully sit down to get enraged procs, to get reckoning stacks, and other abilities that benefit from you being crit by a melee attack, or stuff like that. So like blood craze, enrage, other stuff like that. I'm just demonstrating here that I sit down, I get crit, and then I'm able to go and do 25% more damage. Now, same thing for Reckoning. I'm going to sit down here, gain a decent amount of Reckoning stacks, and then almost one-shot this full BIS Warlock with the Hodge. But, yeah, it's very cool. Number 8, we got Felhunter Dispel. Now, everyone knows that Felhunter dispels, but in vanilla, you can dispel yourself. So this is why I like Warlock so much, is that I'm going to go on my Hunter, and I'm going to trap this Warlock, and then I'm going to switch over back to my Warlock, and then I'm going to dispel myself of the trap. It's awesome. 10-second cooldown. It's the same thing. You can also dispel the other person. You can offensive dispel Bop or whatever it is, shields. Number 7, we got Storm Strike. Now, Storm Strike is very cool for shamans because it gives you an extra attack, but it also increases nature damage dealt to the target by 20%. Now, it has 2 stacks, which generally is 2 earth shocks or something, but this also scales off of other people's damage. So, for instance, poisons, since that's nature damage, misplaced servo arms, because that's nature damage, dark moon card maelstrom, that's also nature damage. Those do not consume a proc, but do not consume one of the 2 storm strike charges, but they do deal 20% increased damage, if that makes any sense. So it's really cool if you have like an enhanced shaman and you're like a rogue with full poisons, misplaced servo arms, wrath, like Druid Wraths, Starfires, whatever it is. Number 6, Moonwalking. Now, everyone knows about Moonwalking, but I'm going to show it here and show you how to do it. So now this is what it looks like in RP walk on a raptor mount, and then dismounted it looks like this. It's very cool. Now, the way how you do this, the easiest way how I found out to do this is you hold either Q and A or E and D. So your strafe plus your keyboard turn, and you just press those at the same time and then switch it in midair. So you're going to press Q and A and then jump and then switch to E and D, and then let go of D, and then you can E and strafe all the way and run backwards. Very cool. You could also dismount while you're moonwalking, and RP walk. Just a cool little quirk. Number 5, we have Druid Shapeshifting. Now, a lot of people don't know that Druid Shapeshifting is different. They have different camera angles back then, and also, in order to go from cat to bear, or from bear to travel form, you have to come out of form first, and then go back into the form. At number 4, we have Underwater Jumping. Now, underwater jumping is very different than what it is now. If you're underwater in vanilla and you press the spacebar, you actually jump. Now in retail, you just start to head upwards, and if you hold it, then you go upwards more. But in vanilla, you actually jump underwater, and it looks kind of funny. At number 3, we got Rogue Vanish. Now you're able to vanish spells. I'm going to cast this spell, and then I can vanish it, and it has 0 effect on me. Now, also, vanishing in a flare is very weird too. It will use the cooldown, but nothing will actually happen. See, I'm going to vanish right here. It will go on cooldown, but nothing will happen. Now, also, I could vanish this fireball, and it looks really cool. Number 2, mind controlling mobs. Now, a lot of people have covered this, but I'm going to explain it anyways. So you're able to mind control mobs, and these mobs have different buffs, different abilities, and very, very just cool stuff about mind control. So I'm in Upper Blackrock Spire, and I can give a massive fire resist buff to everybody in the raid by mind controlling this mob. I'm going to show other examples here of mind controlling mobs in Scarlet Monastery. I'm able to summon a water elemental, able to cast Frost Nova into mind control, also able to channel Mind Flay that does a lot of damage. Same thing here with like this monk. I just do insane amount of damage. Look at the DPS. I crit for almost 1,000 there. These mind control mobs do a heck of a lot of damage. Next I've got a battle mage. I'm going to cast Immolate, some blast wave, cast some arcane explosions, just some very cool things that you can do with mind control mobs. Now they do a lot of damage. Like I'm white hitting these guys for 400 to 500 in these mind control mobs. This is very cool. Also, most of these mobs don't have cooldowns on their spells, so like this charge for the guys in Stratholme have no cooldown, so you're able to spam charge. At number 1 here we have Taunting the Hunter's Pet to break the CC. Now I'm going to show an AoE taunt here, and it's going to taunt the pet and make him break scatter. Now I'm going to show it again here. I'm going to Mocking Blow on the pet, and then I'm going to Scatter Shot Trap, and the pet will still attack the target because he is taunted. And yeah, I'm going to show one more example here, and then I'm going to show a Monkey News clip after. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
No way, he's going. Here we go. AoE taunt, break trap, scatter, now intercept. It's going good. He's getting rinsed. Oh, look at that big boy crit. The rinser, not even half HP, destroyed him. The slash dance. Look at the state of him, mate. Boomed him. Absolute rinser.
Allow me to show you something.